Good evening. Welcome to another VarAC Wednesday video. My name is Jason, Kilo 3 Juliet Sierra Juliet. On behalf of Mark and I'm here for your Week 27 recap video, as well as the second half of the video will be Mark and myself talking about Superstation's public release. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you'd like to learn more about VarAC Wednesday, you can visit our website, follow us on social media or Telegram. You can also follow us on this YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Week 27 recap. This past week was another record-breaking week for VarAC Wednesday. We had 240 operators check in, which is 5 up from the previous week. There were 17 first-time operators, that's down from 8 from the previous week. And then also the record number of email gateways we've used previously. So 108 email gateways, and that's up 8 from the previous week. We offer the opportunity to check in with your GPS coordinates via the GPS loc tag in VarAC. And this past week, 128 operators took advantage of this. That's up 5 for the previous week. And we went from 52% of all check-ins up to 53%, which is an increase of 1% over the previous week. We offer the Pioneer Award to all amateur radio operators who have at least 20 weekly check-ins in 2025, which is our inaugural year. And Mark and I are pleased to announce the following new pioneers. Let's welcome Golf 7 Delta Papa Echo, James. Kilo 7 Oscar Lima India, Rajni. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Queen Golf Tango, John. Papa Delta 2 Golf Charlie Mike, Gerard. And finally, Papa Delta 5 Juliet Oscar Sierra, Jose. So thank you, pioneers, for all your dedication and hard work and perseverance as you've logged in each week and made 20 check-ins this past year of 2025. We have 8 weeks left in the year, and be sure to check out the website to see where you stand in terms of your 20 check-ins. I just checked this evening, and we have 164 operators who have at least 12 check-ins, and that's about 50% of the total number of operators. So about 50% have either checked in 20 times or missed the opportunity due to not having enough. But as you can see, 164 of you are still in pursuit of getting the Pioneer Award. So keep up the good work and be diligent. Doing a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to skip the new check-ins. But what I want to do is just remind everyone that November the 12th, which is November the 12th in some parts of the world right now, don't forget to check in. It is VarAC Wednesday. In the second part of this video, Mark and I will be going through the public release announcement and plans for Superstation. This past weekend, I completed all the coding of the Superstation app, and I'm packaging it up. So be sure to continue watching to learn more about the official release date, as well as exciting opportunities coming ahead in the month of November and December. Please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and also follow things on social media through the Facebook page and Telegram. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into the video between Mark and myself talking about the Superstation public release.
Well, hey there, Jason. How are you today? Mark KB0US.
Hey, Mark, this is Jason, K3JSJ. Good to see you.
Hey, I guess we need to talk about Superstation here. Your life going well? Got some code done? We're excited?
Yeah, definitely. Been working really hard here up in Maryland on Superstation, and been a little bit cooler here recently. But yeah, I think we're ready to talk to the community about the release of Superstation.
Cool. I wish I had a radio. My rig actually caught fire and burned to the ground today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, actually didn't burn to the ground, but it definitely does not work. So
Oh no.
that's annoying.
So hopefully can take care of that. Is it repairable, do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I opened it up. I was looking for a pair of 6146s in there, but It turns out it's got like semiconductor stuff. So
Oh gosh.
that would be a shipping back kind of thing. So
Okay.
not nearly as adventuresome as I might have used to have been with radios. Anyway,
Right.
enough of this idle banner. We talk about Superstation.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I know everybody's been very eager to hear progress and hear when we're going to be releasing the game.
Cool. Hey, so we should probably talk first about the beta team and our experiences with that. Uh, Boy, the beta guys were really, really great, and we just got some super feedback, found a few bugs, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would say they've been very active. So a lot of great testing, spent a lot of time and very constructive feedback on the application. So we did find a couple bugs that I've been able to get through and correct. And then a lot of ideas for enhancements that we've been able to take a look at and incorporate into the game. So we're very excited about releasing this game to the public. But yeah, a big thanks to the beta team for all their hard work and great feedback.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's kind of let everybody know what this whole public beta thing is and how what we're kind of hoping is we can put it out there, let them experience it, and kind of work through to see what the whole process of running this game looks like.
Yeah, so probably the community is seeing some of the videos on the YouTube channel, kind of demonstrating what Superstation's about and some of the game mechanics. And the beta team has been able to experience that firsthand. And what we're going to be doing is releasing what we have to the public. And we're interested in having you guys use the game and being able to make contacts globally, as VarAC is a global application. But yeah, you'll be able to kind of experience playing the game using the role feature to upgrade your superstation, as well as making contacts to score those points. So very excited, and we think that the group of colleagues, the VAR-AC community, are going to really like it.
So why don't you just mention the Cabrillo file that you added to Superstation?
Yeah, so as you've probably seen in the videos, we have information about your score for your superstation in terms of upgrading your different pieces of equipment. We have a list of contacts that you've made. And one of the things that we've added is a Cabrillo file. So this is a standard file used for contests. And in that file, you'll be able to output all the contacts that you've made during a period of time. And with that, we'll score that based upon your maximum distance. And also there's a score that we automatically have for making a human-to-human contact. So we definitely want to building relationships with each other. And there's a component which will auto score. So you don't even have to worry about determining and confirming if you talk to a human or not. The actual Superstation application itself will do that. So we'll be going more into detail of that file format on the YouTube channel. But yeah, it's something that we've added to it so you can output your log, and definitely encourage folks to also log those ADIF files. So whatever logger of choice you have, make sure that you are logging those contacts because you need to do that for Superstation. And be sure to send those QSLs out to colleagues via QRZ or LOTW or Club Log, whatever logging application. But I think that folks are going to really like this because it also opens up an opportunity for some contest.
Neat. So I kind of just make sure we review between us. I think what we're just going to do here is for the public beta, which is just a chance to play with it and see what it's all about. We're going to take the Cabrillo files which are submitted, and I think we're actually going to put them up on varacwednesday.net, the results, so people can kind of see that they completed the whole process of running the software and then putting they'll see the results up on the website. Is that right?
That's right. Yep. So the Superstation is definitely a game to extend your experience in VAR-AC, and adding this file will add a contest flavor to it. So we'll be having you guys participate in a mini contest of sorts in the month of November. And once you've done that, we will ask that you submit your files to us by December the 3rd. That'll be a Wednesday. We'll have directions on the website on how to do that. And I may have forgot to mention that we're going to be running this starting around November the 17th. So November the 17th through the end of the month, and then I'll give you a couple days to get your log files to us. We definitely don't want that to linger past December the 3rd, so we will only be accepting those files through Wednesday, December 3rd, which is great that it corresponds with one of our VarAC Wednesday events. But yeah, we'll have information on the website on how you can submit your file, and then we'll take that and tabulate it and post the results on the website.
Neat. That'll work pretty well. Looking forward to that. Hey, so we should probably just spend a moment and go over what the software requirements are for Superstation, just so everybody's clear on what that is, and maybe also talk a little bit about, from your perspective, how we're going to be using the data that comes back from the public beta in terms of bug fix enhancements and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sure thing. So Superstation requires VarAC version 12 or above. So you can be running 12 or 13, and the software will actually check that. So when you run the program, it's going to check to make sure you have the right version. And if you haven't done that, be sure to upgrade because there's a lot of great new features in the new VarAC versions. And yeah, in terms of operating system, you'll need to be on a Windows 10 or Windows 11 machine to run. We don't support Linux boxes or Mac boxes right now, and that's a little bit too much for us to do. But we know a lot of folks out there do have Windows machines. So you'll be going to the website, getting information on how to download the file. You do not need to install this as administrator. You just run that as a normal user account in your Windows profile directory. So there'll be full directions on the installation in our install guide. And talking about bugs, if you do run into any bugs during this time, we definitely want to hear about those. The beta team has done a great job of really looking at the software and helping us to identify any issues that I've gone through and addressed. If you do find those, contact us. We'll have information on the website on how to do that. And we will be addressing those first. So if there are critical issues, we'll work those out as soon as we can. If there are things like enhancements or new features, we're going to probably put those on a backlog, but we'll log them, in fact, and take the input. But we do have some things coming up in December that we want to be putting our time towards. So definitely test out the software. If you think you found some bugs, let us know. And then if you have enhancement ideas, let us know. But just realize those may have to be waiting for another time, just due to some exciting things we have coming up in the month of December.
Well, speaking of December, let's talk about some exciting things. I think we're kind of moving pretty quickly to being able to run a global Superstation game over multiple weeks and trying to see, and being able to really get a bunch of QSOs involved, a bunch of people involved, and really kind of see how all this comes together. The other cool thing is we're going to award a plaque, as I understand it,
Yep.
which would be pretty neat. So I guess we'll see how it turns out once we get through the public beta, as how we set a final date for that.
Yeah, and definitely one thing I forgot to mention about the public beta game is we want the results on December the 3rd, and we do have ability to create certificates, as some of you guys have gotten for the VarAC Birthday Award. So we will be issuing certificates to each of the individuals that participates in the beta release and the mini contest we're running in November. So definitely kind of an incentive there to participate and make as many QSOs as possible, connecting with members of the community. And then you'll have another award, right, that you can put on your QRZ page or your website or your wall. I know a lot of folks like to pursue those.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, so actually, how do we collect their email addresses to send them the certificate?
That's a great question. So the standard, I'm using the standard format for the Cabrillo file, and you provide information such as your call sign and your address. And there's a field in there which is email address. So it's very important for everyone to fill that email address out because that's what we're going to use in our automated software to process your log file and issue your certificate. So by providing that, it really guarantees our ability to kind of process your log and then get that certificate back to you.
Nice. Okie doke. So where are we going to post all this information? Where should people go to really keep abreast of everything?
Yeah, so as you folks probably know, we do post on Telegram and Facebook, but in terms of the content, we're really going to drive folks to our website. So www.varacwednesday.net/superstation. So that's where you can go as your main hub to find all the information. So we will be having a link to the user guide on that site, as well as a link to downloading the Superstation itself. And then as we near the end of the month for your log submission, I'll be posting information there on how to submit your log. So definitely bookmark our website. And another resource is the YouTube channel, as most of you guys are following the weekly activity reports. And this video is obviously up there on the YouTube channel. But your first stop is going to be the website. And be sure to check that early and often to get the most recent news.
Okay, doke. Are we ready to sum up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, let me just start and you can kind of chime in if I miss anything. First of all, everybody, just again, thank you who participated in the beta siting. And so the actual beta site is complete, and Jason's implemented a whole bunch of capability in there, and the few occasional bugs that happen to come along. Actually uncovered a VarAC bug, which is interesting in this process too. So now we're going to move to a public beta. Just real quick, well, the public beta is what, Jason?
Yeah, the public beta is the version of our the Superstation that came out of our beta testing with the team, the private team, and it will be able to play the entire game. So you'll be able to play the game as been demonstrated on the YouTube channel, as well as participate in a contest and output your Cabrillo file. And when you do that, be sure to fill out your information, as I said, along with your email address. Have that into us by Wednesday, December the 3rd. And then you guys will, those that participate, you'll get a certificate in your inbox for participating in the public beta version of Superstation.
And we expect to have that out on the 17th, right? And they'll download the files off the varacwednesday.net.
That's right. Yep. So I finished off the application this last weekend and been packaging things up. So we'll have the file up on a link to the file on the website. It will be a zip file. And again, you will not need to install this as administrator. You'll need to have a Windows 10 or 11 machine. And in terms of our AC version, 12.0 or above. So with this, it gives you guys a couple days anticipation of the public release. So if you need to be upgrading your VarAC instance or tuning your radio up, or in Mark's case,
Getting one back.
getting one back from the unfortunate radio event. So yeah,
And then, so what we're kind of shooting for is to actually have a a kind of a QSO party or a coming out party for Superstation, where the event will run maybe a couple weeks. There's a bounce, and we'll award a plaque to the winner and maybe a few certificates. We haven't quite worked out all those details, but that's where we're driving for.
yeah, definitely. It's been a great year so far. We started off in April with VarAC Wednesday launching, and we had, I think, 33 people. And the community's really grown. So we've not only through the participation on Wednesdays, but helping each other out on social media. So that's helping each other, configure the software, answer questions about antennas and radio configuration. So we're really focused on growing the community, right? Helping each other. And that's
Yeah,
why we have
absolutely.
Superstation being all about the QSOs, right? Connecting, making that personal connection with operators all around the world, not just in your own country, but there's users of RAC everywhere in the world.
Absolutely. Okie doke. Are we? We're a wrap for tonight.
I think so. Yeah. Thanks for getting together on this cooler day. It's been cooling down here in Maryland, and uh, winters are coming, but definitely glad to be able to update the community. And we're very excited with being able to release this software. We think everyone's going to enjoy it, and more importantly, right, kind of helping to connect with one another, right, using amateur radio.
Absolutely. And thank you for actually all your hard work in writing the code. I was not particularly useful in that endeavor. Hopefully, I added a little bit of value here and there. But thank you for all what you did to get Superstation out and to this point.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, glad to be able to help to be a resource for the community and looking forward to continuing to engage and drive the effort forward.
Absolutely. All right, 7-3, KB0 US.
This is K3JSJ, Jason, 73.